Oops. Wait. There we go. Cool. Seven Nation, how's it going, man? Yes. Today is third act. So we're talking Tangerine, Masters, Telos again, the Ravager, Malachor. There we go. This on. Planatme, how's it going, man? How am I? You know, hanging in there. How's it going with you? Render Fiend 764. Hello? How's it swinging? You've been awake since 9 p.m. yesterday. Why? What time is it now? All for Sloth. How's it going, man? Better, I hope. Hold on. I forgot to do something. I forgot to do something, but now that I'm out. Oh, right, that's what I forgot to do. Right. There's viewer count thing. Right, there we go. Also, I gotta these boxes, so I have to test this.
You hear, but you do not listen.
Now where's the show up? There we go. I can move this a little bit more over here. Right. Okay, there we go. Right. Hey, fellow changeling. How's it going, man? See, the regulars are showing up. I wonder what side Barry and Donnie were choosing KOTOR and KOTOR 2. I know there's only, there's only two sides in those games. Not like Fallout, where there's multiple sides. I don't know, something to think about still, though. How am I doing, Alpha Sloth? Trying to hang in there, thinking up things, plans, solutions, trying to save money, eating less, but trying to survive. There we go. Yeah, sure.
It is different.
3:16 p.m. Huh? Yeah, I do that like when I had to fly, like from where I'm from to here. It's a 10-hour flight. About it could be anywhere between 8 to 10 hour flight, depending on the pilot and what he wants to do. But yeah, to avoid jet lag and such, try to stay up and go to bed at a reasonable time.
Forgive me.
My copyright. Welcome. How's it going, man? How's it cooking? What's cooking? I mean.
Council awaits. I will remain here.
Give me some progress. You're afraid?
Yes. Afraid for you. As I always have been.
Oh.
I will be fine here.
Yes.
Whatever answers the council have
For
offered.
you alone.
I am tired. The journey has been a long one, and I need
to center myself. I was discussing about the Jedi Masters with a few persons. I get the feeling that no matter the choice Donnie and Barry would make in KOTOR, everything Kriya said would go over their heads.
Forget this.
That's possible.
You may trust in me. We cradle each other's lives. And
Yes.
threatens us both.
I will survive. I can't sing too much of that song because, you know,
Trust
copyright reasons.
training, trust in yourself. Never doubt what you have done. All your decisions have brought you to this point.
What is your opinion about them and about Kriya in this scene?
Perhaps they shall see
Oh, yeah.
what you have become.
I mean, my opinion is in Kriya's Conundrums,
It is not as
the second Kriya's Conundrums. What do I call it?
perhaps that is for the
What makes a Jedi? That's basically my opinion of this whole scene. The most memorable soundtrack in the game.
This moment has taken
It
some
is really
time
good.
to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
or perhaps you will come for revenge.
This is the video I made today. No! We will wait. And spliced with this one. Why were you in hiding?
You already know the answer. You've noticed it in those who travel with you.
I hope Keanu Reeves plays Revan in the upcoming KOTOR trilogy. Probably won't happen though.
Have you noticed?
Someone give me a straight answer for once. Damn.
Those that travel with you.
There's something wrong here.
I wonder if KOTOR 3 would have had Coruscant.
They follow you.
Probably not.
Without question. Without.
KOTOR 3,
Against their instinct.
based on like
Sometimes against their sense.
some interviews
It is
and I've
because
read,
you're a leader, but that
it
still
was gonna
goes to
be
grasp
heavily
the
focused on
need to tell you.
like the unknown regions.
It is not an easy thing to explain. Surely you are familiar with force bonds. It is the bond that develops between apprentice and master when one truly understands another.
As far was said, but it's not exactly decided if they will do KOTOR or not.
We do not know.
Yeah, no,
You
they've
make
like
connections to
they've
the
said
Force.
stuff, and you know, some people
Resonates with those
the
who
reactions have been
The
pretty
resonance is even
predictable.
greater when they too are force sensitive.
You know,
Your actions
there are some
affect
people
everyone
who
you know. You draw
don't really
others to
care,
you.
they're not too worried about it.
Grows strong in the Force.
And then you got a lot of people who are excited, and you got a lot of people who
And
are
when they are in pain, their pain becomes
not
yours.
looking forward to it. Not looking forward to it because they've been, you know, disappointed with what Disney has put out so far.
This bond, it travels both ways. When you feel pain or strong emotion, it resonates within you.
And that is why the Mandalorian wars echo within you.
What do you have to say about my question? What if Atris was there? Would the situation have changed? Probably, if Atris, but Atris wasn't gonna come to this. But if Atris did show up somehow, she'd probably try to kill everybody. Or she'd probably try to kill these three, the Jedi Masters herself.
We did not cut you off from the Force. You were merely
I mean,
deafened.
her
to
opinion when
it.
when we talk to her later, you'll see.
Mandalorian
Um,
The scream
what
of
she
the
says.
thousands, Jedi and Mandalorian
Talking about the Jedi who died at Qatar, she was like,
annihilated.
they were not Jedi. It wasn't murder
And within you.
because they weren't
You
Jedi.
suffer such pain. It is
She,
not possible. It was
Atris
too
is
much
messed
for
up,
a
man.
Jedi to endure, and it is a wonder that you did not die there when thousands perished. All those.
Angel Tirado, how's it going, man?
You cut yourself
How's
off
Trix?
because you had to if you were to survive. You had hints of it in the war on Doxon.
Malachor was simply the final blow.
You were deafened.
At last, you could hear.
You were broken.
You were whole.
You were blinded.
And at last, you saw.
When you returned
Yep.
to us, we saw what had
At that point,
You carry
for the
all
first
those
time,
at Malachor within you, and it is left
all
a
her
hole
senses
that cannot be filled.
unfiltered by the Force.
We saw a wound
She
in
saw
the Force.
and heard and felt
We saw the
everything
end of the Force.
the way it really is. The Eternal Empire wouldn't make a good movie trilogy if they wanted to play it safe. Yeah, hey, there you go. And I mean, so far from what we've seen from Disney, playing it safe is, you know, what they do best.
Yes, you can feel the Force, but you cannot feel
That's what
yourself. You are a cipher, forming bonds, leeching the life of others, siphoning their will and dominating them. It is the teaching of these new Sith to feed on others, on other Force
as well.
sensitives. They are symptomatic.
Will you
of the
try
wound in the Force.
extended
You
Enclave
are
mod in the
close,
future?
must be close.
There's an extended Enclave
You
mod?
transmit your pain, your suffering through the
Wait a
Force.
minute, extended
Then you
Enclave?
see something worse than merely the teachings of the Sith. What you carry may mean the death of the Force.
Have you
the
played
death
it?
of the
The
Jedi.
extended Enclave mod? Tell me about it. If you have.
So you think. It is not the strength of a Jedi you feel.
He's right. It's all the death you've caused to get here.
Yeah.
Feed on it, and you grow stronger.
Yeah, finding a part-time job is
It's
something
in you, it's what you are.
I've kind of been looking
You must
into
have
as well.
noticed as you fought
In
across
fact, but
the
I mean,
killing
the other
hundreds.
day I saw a posting of
Why do you think that was?
for an
What's
internship,
worse is that bonding you have.
but
Gone away.
for various
Gotten
reasons
stronger.
I can't
The more
actually
attachments you
accept
form,
this
the more
internship.
you draw others to you.
But I decided I'm gonna go ahead and apply to it anyway, just to see, just to see,
You know what the
as a
choice is.
test to see like maybe if I got a call back, then maybe my CV is
Countless
good
lives,
enough.
innocent lives.
Just and hell, maybe I'd even go in for the
What if other Jedi went to war as you did?
for the
Suffered the same
interview if they
events
invite
and
me just for the
emerged?
practice, but probably
What
not.
if there was a crucible that trained such Jedi to
And also that
consume
might just be a complete waste of
Malachor
everyone's
was
time.
That crucible.
What's worse is these Sith that we face. I fear that they have learned the lesson of Malachor all too well. It
More
is what
people
allows
died
them
in
to
Malachor
prey on
5 than
Force
when
users,
Alderaan was destroyed by
and
the
even
Empire.
stronger when Force sensitives are near.
You know, I don't
Somehow they
know.
learned their hunger from you.
Did more people
And
die in
so
Malachor
you
5 than
have brought about the
Alderaan?
end of the Jedi.
Alderaan was
Perhaps all
billions
the
of
knowledge
people.
the Force,
Pretty
but it
sure.
is of no consequence. Your ability
To make such connections, such bonds so easily are what you cannot remain. I saw comments of people saying that 2 of these Jedi were getting close to, figuring things
So
out.
you wait, as a shadow.
Vrook is like a
Yes, we are
poison.
like that way, blinded one. I would have thought you would walk with her amongst the Jedi, but that is not the way of the Sith, is it? Do not speak to me. You, of all
All of us have no conception of what it means to be Sith.
You are a threat to living creatures and all who feel the Force.
Yeah, apparently Alderaan also became a wound in the Force.
Not allow.
Our judgment before remains exile. You must leave.
If you're in college, look for a job on campus.
Force.
Yeah, I did
A
find
few
a bunch of those, but most of them stress that you're able to speak proficient Dutch.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
Can't apply that. Ancient George, how's it going, man? Nice to see you here again. What's cooking? There it goes.
Do not be afraid. You shall feel no pain, but this must be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
Enough!
Step
Away from her.
Things are going well, Ancient George. Good, man.
Step
That's good to
away.
hear.
She has brought truth, and you condemn it. The
Right
arrogance.
from this,
You will not harm her. You will not harm her.
I'm not with the fiend. I've never played
Thought
Destiny.
you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No.
I agree, but the more things
Stronger.
change, I
Yes.
could be
Is
wrong
this your
about that
new
though. I
master,
assumed
Exile?
Alderaan was sparsely
If so, then
populated,
you follow
mostly
Rebel's
rich people
path.
living in the castles.
Her teachings will cause
I thought
you
it was a
to
lot
fall
of people,
surely as
but
he
damn,
did.
what do I know?
It's difficult to see.
It's a mod that restores most of the cut dialogue lines
Sit out.
in the Enclave scene.
Us.
How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you
Alright.
have never walked in the dark places
Should remember
of the
to look into
galaxy,
it then.
faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far
It's
enough,
called
rather than
Extended
waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would
Enclave
have seen it for what it was.
mod.
Did you not hear its call on Tatooine Vrook, on its scarred surface, and in the minds of the settlers? I have endured your corruption of my other students. You shall not have this one.
Thanks for the suggestion.
So close to the call of Duxan, tell me, did you not feel what poured from the moon, what had taken place there? And Zezkael, to hide upon Nar Shaddaa,
Yet blind yourself to all that happens there.
So close to understanding the Force. So close to giving it
Up.
There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled
By war.
It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi,
so much of the Republic, so quickly?
The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from, save one. And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power.
Give up the Force and still live.
But I see what happened now. It is because you were afraid. As you would pass judgment on her, I have come to pass judgment on you all.
Yeah, Blanat, mate, thanks for the suggestion, man.
Teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars,
Man, I'm feeling kind of low energy for some reason. What's going on today?
Across the galaxy, let me show you. You, who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force. See it through the eyes of the exile.
It is done.
It is done. She is no more. Take me to Atris. She will have the strength to do what the Council cannot.
Note.
What are we gonna do? If we don't stop her, then everyone, everywhere, they're gonna lose their lives.
If I lose her,
You forgot how great this scene is? Yeah, man, you should watch my video Passing Judgment.
it is a failing of their teaching.
It's great.
Soon your ship will come, my master. I will bring her before you, but I will not let you have her.
Where we make a video where you show what happens if 2 Jedi remains.
I know you can hear me.
Yes, I will.
No, it is why I followed you. I have destroyed planets.
I killed Zezkael, actually.
If we could save something in this galaxy, I need
To do this.
or I will
die
die
inside.
inside, like I
I
died
died at
in
Malachor 5. Lightsabers are fun in KOTOR, but not to use, just look at. Played KOTOR for like 10 minutes before my dad uninstalled it. Huh. When does she say you were afraid, and when does she say you had no choice? You were afraid is light side or neutral, and you had no choice is if your character is on the dark side. There we go. This master is dead, drained of life. His body is worse than lifeless, like an absence in the Force. Exactly. He's dead. 100% unadulterated dead. No Force, no becoming one with anything, no energies, no. Meat. 100% dead. Tyler Evan, how's it going, man? Nice to see you here again. How's it going with you? It's hard to imagine seeing Disney letting another Star Wars RPG be made. They're too stubborn with their timeline now. The RPGs gotta get deep into the lore and such. But yeah, no, let me show you. I got the save file all ready to go. I'm probably gonna record tomorrow. Let's see, where is it? Civil War. Right, here it is. I'm a dark side. And man, I found some stuff in here. It's crazy.
It is different. It has been some time.
You're welcome, my copyright. This has been a great playthrough, very unique. I'm waiting on a call for a job interview. Oh man, everybody's around there looking for a job. Nah, I can't eat them. This isn't Fallout. This is New Vegas. I mean, you can just pretend like we're eating them, but yeah, no. Will you take a look at Hanhar's dialogue? Yes, I will. Got Hanhar all ready to go too.
No, and never doubt what you have.
It's just Hanhar is difficult to edit because he doesn't, speak English.
We know what you have done.
So yeah,
fault is mine.
When I edit, I have to try and look at the subtitles, but that's difficult to do in my editor. So it gets pretty tedious. Kill you. Yeah, I'm gonna kill Vrook first. There we go.
And so here lies all that remain of the Jedi. It is a powerful thing you have achieved here. You have brought death again to Dantooine. Your actions have crippled the Order, perhaps destroyed them.
Part of the reason why I haven't joined you some donation in a while. Yeah. I mean, you're looking for a job. I think, who was it? Feral Change is looking for a job. I'm looking for a job. It's... Wait a minute, I mean... Money is, difficult to make, man.
No. Perhaps it is difficult to say. For every Jedi slain, for every Sith slain, another rises.
Exactly.
Is wounded, yes.
For every Jedi slain, for every Sith slain, or at least for every light side user slain, and for every dark side user slain, another one just pops up eventually and takes their place.
Oh no, there is a purpose in such things. That is what we are here to discuss. I have done what I can to keep you from the Jedi and the Sith, but a critical moment approaches, and what you have done is not enough. Master Vrook, despite his faults, was right to
I remember way back, there was a theory that Snoke was going to absorb Obi-Wan's Force Ghost, permanently killing him. Is that kind of what Kreia did to them? Consume their souls? Not really. Consumed, like, their Force energy, I guess you could say. Kreia severed their connection to the Force, right. Pretty much what Nihilus does, but he does it on, global scale.
The record of your trial hints at such things. It tells of ignorance. Master Vrook was unwilling to admit that the echo of Dantooine he felt was inside you as well.
You can claim Darth Nihilus' mask. What happens if you do that? Nothing really, it just shows up in your inventory. But you can't really do anything with it.
It was a threat that they felt. From one perspective, they
were correct.
As much as you can form connections to others,
You get a
such connections
connection to the dark
exist
side.
on the galactic
If the mask,
scale.
you get a stronger connection to the dark
It's
side if the
possible
mask
to
is taken.
hurt or sever those connections, to create
Never realized
places
that.
in the Force
Yeah,
where
you can't wear it.
to center oneself, but that is the crudest
Form of
manipulation.
manipulation.
It is possible to affect those connections in other ways.
I wonder, can you
Slight
kill
action.
all masters here in the
Seemingly
Enclave?
choice,
No.
a
If they're
small
all there,
cruelty.
alive,
The
then
stronger
you
your
don't get the
connection
option to
life,
kill
to
them
the
all.
Force, the stronger these echoes can be made.
Honestly, half the people in this
Stronger they
country
are
have the
bound.
money from personal
When
connections
hurt,
and
Force
luck.
sensitives
Also, there's a lot of
instinctively
corruption.
source
Which
are
country
drawn
are you talking
to
about?
try and form a connection. And when the
The
connection is
mask
formed,
possesses the
both
user,
become
so
stronger.
I wouldn't recommend
And the
wearing it.
influence between
Hmm.
them grows. Your companions, many are touched by the Force
on some level.
and
And in many ways, they serve out of compulsion and because your connection influences them strongly.
It was much like it was for you in the Mandalorian Wars, with many Jedi under your command. But this connection has
I'm sure there's a mod out there to
When the
have you
source
wear
is
the
wounded,
mask.
the one on which others draw strength, then they are wounded as well.
Hmm.
What one feels,
It makes no sense to me how some people can have billions of dollars. That's a virtually infinite amount of money. I mean, a lot of them, like they've asked people who've had like so much money. They're like, I couldn't spend it all even if I tried. But I don't know, man. It's a thing for some humans where you just want to hoard. You just want to maybe just try to have more than the other guy. Maybe some insecurity or something inherent in humans. I don't know. But at a certain point, you're just making money for the sake of making money because you have more money than several hundreds of people could ever need for their entire lifetimes.
if they occur at the same time or at the right time. These screams will build upon each other until it is the
Hey, don't worry about that, 7-9 Nation.
and the deaths of many
797 Nation, yes.
build until
That's
the
okay,
kingdom
too.
becomes yours and you die.
You're talking about the United
And
States.
that is why
Oh,
during
okay.
the Mandalorian Wars, you lost your
I'm guessing you heard about that
It was
pedophile
that
who
final
was
night,
quote unquote,
the deaths of
you know,
so
offed
many
himself
Jedi that
or
caused
was
you to lose
offed,
your connection.
depending on who you
It caused
ask.
a wound that you feel now. It caused
What
pain.
happens to Farouk if you sell him into slavery?
A wound that
Nah, I think he just gets out.
But it does not end there. If it did, then perhaps the threat that we face would be more manageable. This pain I describe, the echo of
Arcade
these
Ganon,
acts,
New
is
Vegas,
true
yeah.
of planets.
If you do that, if you sell
Tremendous loss of life on a planet's
Arcade Ganon of New
scale
Vegas,
also cast echoes.
he eventually
Scream,
disembowels
a
himself.
wound in the Force that can travel across the galaxy. It can be felt by Force sensitives, and it can influence them, whether they realize it or not. If enough of these echoes are allowed to build in the Force,
So many questions about an old game, isn't it? Yeah, because I mean these old games, they have
of all life would be affected.
a lot of secrets, a lot of possibilities. You know, you go back and you know there's a lot of questions you ask about. Well, what if I do this? Or what happens if I do that? You know, there was a sense of like I don't know, openness. You know, and freedom in game design back then. I don't know what happened.
As I have said, screams and their echoes can overlap, build in strength. And if timed correctly, they will build on each other.
The scream will grow.
And anything that can
Hear the scream
shall
should be deafened or killed. And the scream travels through the Force. Anything that can hear the scream. But that's everyone because the Force travels through everyone.
But in order for this
To work,
all of
all of them
them
must be timed correctly, must be carefully orchestrated and controlled, from the greatest to the smallest echoes.
Even the ones that come from a
Lone exile, echoing across the galaxy.
And when that exile
Forms connections to others as you do, the danger becomes apparent. The echo continues to grow, to travel. Yeah.
If you see only blame in my words,
Then you have misunderstood me.
Anyone can do such
Such
things.
things. Since life is connected by the Force, sometimes the connections are faint, but in your case, they're very strong.
You
Instinctively know how to manipulate such connections to influence others.
You have seen it mirrored in
Right.
those who travel with you.
Man.
You give others strength to act.
Dreskus, how's it going, man? Nice to see you here again.
Strength of others to increase your own. It is similar to drawing upon the Force as Jedi do. But when it is touched
By the power of the dark side, something else, something deadly. When it is touched by the power of the dark side,
it is a technique
it is something
lost for some time,
deadly.
not seen in the days since the ancient Sith. They can use it to consume other Force sensitives, and at the highest pinnacle of power,
use it to consume anything that lives.
The blind seer. Her master has harnessed this technique. and
Master
used
Zeskael
it
is the
to
vampire king in
power.
Adventure Time?
I fear
Huh.
he may even rival some of the ancient Sith. He is
Did you
already
know that
more
Master
force than
Vrook is
a living thing,
Carl
a hole in
Fredrickson?
the Force that threatens to draw everything into it, and the
What?
teaching must die with him. or
Old
else
games
all
have lots
life
of
will be
questions
placed in
about them
jeopardy.
due to
The
YouTube
destruction
not
order,
being
the
around.
masters,
So you kind of had to theorize yourself. Nowadays, there's videos explaining everything.
still live.
Ding dong.
Their presence
Yeah.
was
I'm here
knowledge
explaining
I
shit to
did not
people.
possess, but now
Or
it has
trying
been
to,
corrected.
from my own point of
Now
view.
the sides of this
Hunter
conflict are,
Kares.
as
I haven't seen you around here before, man. Welcome.
are no more
Money is not the
unbelievers.
end game, it's
This
power over
moment is
others.
all that really matters.
There you
It was
mean
never
the
my
money is a
wish
means to
find
the
your
power?
masters,
Yeah,
only find
maybe.
yourself.
Can you really find any questions in a game like Fortnite? Well, no, because Fortnite doesn't, I mean,
Something from the Jedi masters
it practically
as they
has
fell
no
before you.
single player
Not
mode
just
at
of
this
battle,
point, you know,
but of
so.
yourself and the
No,
Force.
not really.
I must know if killing them,
If revenge brought you any means of satisfaction, if seeing them dead has settled the disquiet within you.
Did I wish to see them dead?
No,
Defeated,
perhaps.
I merely wished them to see that they
And
their
their teachings were
wrong.
wrong.
That one could not truly understand the Force simply by adhering to the Jedi code. All I have ever trained have been failures to them. Students who went to fight the
I guess since we can dig
felt
through all the
the
game
dark
files,
side,
there are no
abandoned
secrets
their
left in
faith.
KOTOR 1 and 2.
To see one that had the strength to best them.
I don't know.
That is a moment I will
Maybe not, but
It has not been as satisfying as I
there's a difference between finding them
Best one in
and
battle is
interpreting them.
to defeat them
I
without
suppose.
striking a blow. That was my hope. Regardless, it had to be done. To have
Such powerful Jedi still live, still be felt in the Force, even on such worlds they'd chosen, was a threat that had to be ended. A threat to the Sith?
To the
Sith? No, not to the Sith.
Perhaps
Perhaps not in the way you would think.
Let us return to my question.
If by killing these Jedi, if you achieved any measure of peace, right? If you achieved any measure of peace or balance within yourself, have you? And all the answers say no. And now rest until every Jedi is dead. It has been satisfying, yes, but not all the council who sentence me are dead. Aegis is alive. There are still other opponents. Such peace is not possible if the Sith still hunt me. Like she said at the beginning. You kill one Jedi, another comes in to replace it. She's never going to stop. She's just going to keep going around killing people in a never-ending cycle of her trying to achieve something that is completely unachievable. She became exactly like the people who are hunting her. She became what she hates, basically. She's staring into the abyss, and the abyss looked back. Scion, doing the exact same thing. Nihilus, doing the exact same thing. In hell, you could even argue the Force itself is doing that exact same thing. She's no better than the Force itself. Going around orchestrating things to get people killed. I don't know why I got so worked up. Huh. So of course, Kriya says,
It was as I thought.
right,
You have
failed me.
completely and utterly. I have taught you to hear the Force again, shown you the contrast, and yet
Still!
you do not understand. This is what you have wrought. Countless murderers, slayers, assassins, born of war that
I forgot
has
about him, the
always
weird chimera.
taught the wrong lesson. You showed them life without the Force.
I think throughout the game 5 there's no
Instead
secret
you
stuff.
showed them truth, power. All you showed them was how the galaxy may die. You are responsible for all of this. Even now, events spiral towards destruction, and there is nothing that can be
Yeah,
done.
Tyler, I don't know why I got so worked up all of a
To
sudden.
understand. You have seen the
Passion, I guess, I don't know.
close to you, heard the echoes scream across dead planets, and watched as your strength has grown. Yet it is for nothing. To have the Jedi Masters brought low by such a failure. There is no
A victory in that,
You have not heard a thing
I have thought.
And for
For all
I
I've
have
said, you've never learned to listen.
Do you feel that, exile? It cuts through your defenses, as unprepared for such an attack as you are. Let that pain be a lesson and a reminder of what you have forgotten.
A Jedi ripping his clothes off and throwing a tantrum in a bird bath at the academy.
Change what is to come.
That might have happened at some point, but Jedi aren't, well, when they were young, I guess. Jedi aren't supposed to get, all emotional and stuff.
This place will hide you from the Sith for a time.
Enough to do what must be done. Stay here and die, apprentice.
Among the wreckage of all that remains of the Jedi. It is a fitting grave.
Yes, where every possible dialogue option can be read in the files. The interesting, well, I mean, I gotta make these videos. The interesting part is that the extended Enclave mod restores most of Kriya's dialogue lines when you choose the dark side.
She will have the strength to do what the council.
Yeah, you're saying there's more than this? There's more that she said?
Bond with others and then feed on others
Through that bond.
What you have brought
Is the death of all who can feel the Force.
It is your gift to the galaxy, exile. And unless you hear it and silence the echo
you have caused, then every living thing everywhere that is touched by the Force will die. Unless you hear it and silence the echo.
If I lose her, it will be my failing. It is the failing of the Jedi who followed Revan. It is the failing of their
to lighten the mood, a freak deer.
Come, my master.
Yeah.
I will bring
From
her,
passion you gain strength.
but I will not let you have her.
I mean,
Soon your ship shall come.
the Sith aren't all wrong.
I know you can hear me. I have
There's
always
no way they
known.
can be.
It is why I followed you. I have destroyed planets for you, General.
Master War thought,
This once, if we could save something in this galaxy.
the Force shall free me.
I need to do this, or I will die inside, like I died at Malachor 5.
Dark side Enclave meeting shows that Kreia is more satisfied with you if you are light-sided. Yeah. If you're light-sided, she didn't. When you're light-sided, she doesn't disapprove of you. She disapproves of the Jedi Council. But it seemed, this scene also, it almost shows almost as if Kreia wanted someone who would stop her from doing what she's about to do. Someone, almost like maybe she wanted to be proven right in some aspect, and in another aspect she wanted someone to prove her wrong. Then maybe there is another way. Maybe you don't have to go to such a drastic measure of cutting everyone off from the Force, or deafening them, and maybe possibly killing millions of people. Maybe it is possible that people can find another way. I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about it. But anyway, back to our main game. This is some deep shit, homie. Not that I agree with the Sith, I just know their ways well. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing. I don't completely agree with the Sith, I don't completely agree with the Jedi, but I guess maybe you just have to be honest enough to say that they both have good points. But they both, you know, just like any extremist, you know, you dig in there, you're gonna find some good points, but they're extremists. They think things too far. Ah, Jolie's robe. Gotta go? Alright, changing. I'll see you later, man. Thanks for hanging out. Peace. Jolie's story about blindness, a story that is similar to what Jedi Masters did right now. Oh. Horthot, yeah. That was a blind dude. They're like, use the Force to see. He was like, no. Where's Kreia?
She's gone. The handmaidens came for her. They know who she is now.
And you didn't stop them?
I couldn't stop them. I wasn't conscious at the time. I don't even know if I could have stopped them.
Well, what should I say, man?
They'll take her to Telos, and Atris will do what she'll do with anyone she thinks is a Sith.
Primal Pattern, how's it going, man? The thing is, Kreia isn't really all, especially with you, someone who's, you know, a wound in the Force. She's not too worried about, you know, these two sides, these light side, dark side choices. She's something else. She's just maybe seeing things a different way, a way that obviously the Force doesn't see it, because it's netting you light or dark side points depending on things you do or things you say. But no, it's difficult to explain. Like, Chris just not concerned with it, because I mean, there's a difference between doing something that's light side and doing something that's right. And whatever right is your calculation. Instead, you know, you're not sitting the whole game wondering, will this grant me light side points or this grant me dark side points? Which of these am I supposed to pick? Like, no. It's not having that. But yeah, like we were talking about before, about a Sith.
Are you surprised? All that talk of hatred, manipulation, and
standing on your own 2 feet.
Sorry, you don't get any more Sith than that.
Yes, you do.
If we were all judged by who we were in the past, I don't think you'd understand.
And standing on your own 2 feet isn't you know, necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I know.
He's the one who let the apprentice go off in the wilderness to never be seen again. Creators like the Purification Quest in Oblivion wants a complete remake of the Jedi. It's a remake of the Jedi, or even, or something, you know, something that isn't Jedi.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Something else. Not even like, maybe not even to like change the Jedi like Revan wanted. More like to just erase both the Jedi and the Sith and start over with something new. Maybe. I don't know.
Wrong?
But, you know, learning from the past. And,
that is an odd answer. What did you mean by it? I follow you. Feel as I do because it is my choice. I
Pieces
believe
of a
in what we are
whole.
doing, what you are doing. I'm here because I choose to be.
Refuse to admit the truth or at least recognize the mistakes. I mean, no.
I simply do.
That's not
There
good
is
enough.
nothing I can show you as proof, except give you my word. Something
Disney will
happened
never
when I
comprehend the nature of the
What is it?
Force. They will just retcon it into something they can control. I don't know, man. I mean, I would have to say that Disney has or can have very talented writers who can look at a story like KOTOR 2 and really dig it, but they can't go and make a story like it. Because I mean, think about it, man. A lot of people look at this story. A lot of people I've interacted with online look at KOTOR 2 story, and I guess you could say they just don't get it. But a lot of people are just like they don't like it, or they just go to extremes where they just say out and out Kreia is a Sith. Ends of story. And most people aren't like us, who go out of the way to look so deep into things. So even if Disney could produce something like that, they think that if they do, they would lose money. And being the business as they are, they can't exactly have that.
Then they do not understand you. That is the danger of being a Jedi. When one separates themselves from others, chooses to lead a life of isolation.
She wants to be good. She wants you to be good, but not an idiot. To realize that there are some moments where you have to be a bit evil, good and evil. I mean, she's the one who tells you to, don't worry about these labels of good and evil too much. But don't go in that direction just a little bit when it's needed.
They look at you and see the death of the Force.
What is your opinion about Mikal? As a character, he's not that interesting, but he has interesting things to say.
Instead, take strength from your connections to others. Do not forsake them.
There's another fictional character who embodies Revan's philosophy. Alarak from StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. I never got into StarCraft. I never got the opportunity to play it, like specifically as a child. So I never had the opportunity to get into it. I think Disney could potentially do something interesting with KOTOR 1. I do not trust them with KOTOR 2. Nah, KOTOR... Oh, damn it. What the hell happened? Game didn't... Okay, never mind. Oh, that was close. Yeah, no, that's exactly just because of what I just said. KOTOR 2 comes out, they're gonna have to, like... we would say they're dumbing it down. They would have to dumb it down for people. Because, like I said before, man, like, if they make a movie out of it... Exactly. Those are titles, words, meaningless. Yeah, they can't have people walking out of that movie theater going, what just happened? Where am I? Apathy is what? Who was that? Huh? Don't go see this movie. It's confusing and convoluted, and I don't understand the damn thing. They can't have that. They just need to find the Kevin Feige for Star Wars. Someone who knows Star Wars in and out. So far they haven't. They hired Kathleen Kennedy, who was Lucas's basically secretary. I don't know. Kathleen Kennedy, I don't know what she does. She obviously doesn't write any of the stories. I think she just... I don't know what she does, really.
Exiled and found a new purpose. But there must always be a Darth Treya, one that holds the knowledge of betrayal, who has been betrayed in their heart.
I can't assume to know what,
but there is not enough truth in such teaching.
How much of a Star Wars fan Kathleen Kennedy is.
You have gathered Sith holocrons.
Personally, I don't know the woman.
It is why you have chosen servants who cannot feel the Force. And most importantly, they cannot feel what you have become.
Mikala's just a YouTube explain video.
Jedi Order, and I have gathered all that I know of the Sith to this.
Mikala was so boring the windows in the view and all tabbed the game.
I had wondered if any of these holocrons had survived Dantooine. You have taken
Relics from one destroyed planet to the devastation of another.
It was always intended for the Jedi to retreat to Telos should Dantooine be attacked, taking all their lore with them. We could not allow the tragedy at Ossus to happen again.
Such an act marked Telos for destruction. It is why the Sith came here, though the fleet commanders did not know why. It is why Revan ordered
the destructions to mark the yeah.
It was a message.
I don't know, man. What the hell's going on? Malik or Revan, who the fuck ordered the attack on the Telos?
Beneath the surface of the planet.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Beneath graveyards that will never be found.
Adalak embodies being a dictator to save his people from being manipulated by a false god.
Fell like lightning on the landscape, as they did on Dantooine, and so many died. So many voices screaming in pain.
Yes, such acts.
What if Atreus fought Kreia instead of listening to her?
Travel far, though few can hear.
I don't think she'd get very far.
Search your heart.
Doing something like that.
Never battle that called to you. Never battle that caused you to fall. Alakor 5 has touched many things, and it casts its echoes.
And you can say that
Why did she
Revan Kreia made sure that she wasn't gonna do something like that.
There is still a chance that one may be saved, the one that you cast out.
Neither does Kevin Feige. He doesn't write the stories, he just knows the Marvel comics and knows what to do. Kathleen was literally Lucas's secretary that was following Lucas around.
Far more terrible is to
really? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what she did before, I don't know what she's doing now. But I mean, I guess I just take her word for it.
Your mistress awaits. She has
much to share with you. No, it could be that Atreus killed all those handmaidens. But anyway, on this run, I think I'm just gonna kill Atreus, since I didn't do that last time. So this time, might as well. The false Jedi that she is. Oh. Wrong way. Is it enough? No, it's too much. Confront. Bitch. Nope. Ask her it. H's. In fact, delete this. More accurate. Darth Atreus. There we go. Alright, Atreus, you got something to say for yourself?
She said you would come here to this place. If you think you can defeat me here, you are wrong.
Really?
All this collected knowledge, all these teachings of combat and the Force.
Wasn't Atreus originally supposed to become the new Darth Trail?
Use it to end you, I will.
In a way, yeah.
Surrender.
Seems.
You need not die.
For real, that was her job when she worked on the old Star Wars movies. This game blew my mind when I was a kid, watching my older brother play through this game over and over and over again. Man, you're a player too as well. Yeah, I'm a player too. I'm a player too as well. I mean, watching my brother play video games. I mean, Atreus, you fall into the dark side. Surely you can see that. Atreus.
That is not who I am.
No.
Not any longer. She
In
has
fact,
existed for some time, I think.
No.
There was always something else within me. It just took time for its voice to be heard.
No, not necessarily time, but you know. So yeah, what happened to you?
The old woman you traveled with finally made me listen to
myself. Yeah.
To the galaxy.
Oh no.
She said that you would come here and that you would face me in
battle. Yes. What is this place?
All the knowledge of the Sith, gathered from across the galaxy, brought here by my servants. so that I might uncover their
And then
secrets
Master
and
Papito
use them
Quinn
to
goes to
track them down.
Malachor.
But now they have been drawn from the shadows
Are you
of the
ready?
Outer Rim.
What?
And the only final matter to attend to
And then I'm quite
is
following you.
finishing
Man, what's going on with the viewers over on Twitch today? They're quiet. I don't know what happened. Maybe I need to be bouncing off the walls more or something. And when the Sith are defeated, then what?
When the Sith are destroyed,
Yeah?
then I shall rebuild the Jedi Order again.
Really?
They shall have none of the weaknesses of before.
Uh-huh.
They shall be strong, willing to take battle to any
Willing
who
to
oppose them and
take
weaken
battle.
them.
Okay.
They shall not
So
train
they're
those
gonna
who
go
are
on the
easily corrupted.
offensive.
No more students that will bring war and hate to the galaxy.
That sounds exactly like the Sith. Those who are easily corrupted. Yeah. The Sith aren't easily corrupted to the light side. Maybe like a handful of dark side users who turn to the light side. So yeah, Aegis, you're gonna turn the Jedi into a Sith. But then she says,
The Sith are the Jedi are the Sith. What matters
that doesn't make any
is that they be
sense.
preserved. All the lore, all the teachings brought to a new generation.
Preservation?
I am the last of the Jedi, and I will show them this truth.
That's your goal?
Bring it to the galaxy.
Just have it exist? Come on, woman. Yeah, weakness, like you ran like a little bitch from KOTOR.
I did not flee. I did what was necessary to fight the Sith and preserve the last of the
Yeah,
Jedi.
and how'd that work out?
Yes, I sensed what would happen on KOTOR. It was I who leaked knowledge of its presence in the hopes of drawing the Sith out. I will not deceive you. I knew what could happen there, but it had to be done to make the Sith reveal themselves. But I did not know the extent.
Right now,
of their
Aegis
power.
sounds like Revan
what
we
that
want to
meant for
corrupt the
the
Jedi to his
I
side.
will not underestimate them again.
I know what you mean. I've never heard Revan say anything like say anything about that. And I mean, yeah, corrupt. Well, it's a matter of perspective, now, isn't it?
As are we both. You who brought the screams
The
of
Sith and
Malachor to the
Jedi are the
galaxy
same in
do not
almost
preach
every
to
way.
me. You lead by example. You always have. You knew what was necessary at Malachor 5.
Not
Mistakes in this war
really.
are higher than
I
you
mean,
do.
the Sith
It's a
came.
war of
The Sith only
extermination,
exists.
of
The Sith.
total
Well,
annihilation.
it's not true. The Sith Lords only exist because of the Jedi. What happened?
They knew the risk because they sought to hide, to reflect.
Brutal heart.
Our
How's it going,
numbers
man?
failed and Jedi died.
Nice to
They
see you
knew
here
the
again.
risks in going to KOTOR,
I don't know if you
and
answered
they
this
deserved
question,
what happened to them.
but
It was
why
their
did Kreia
punishment for
hate
hiding from the
droids?
galaxy, for hiding
I
from
actually did dive into that to try and give my opinion on give my perspective on why I think she hates droids. But I made it into a video. It's called Kreia's Conundrums Machines. I recommend you watch it. It's quite an explanation. Punishment. Woman, are you even listening to yourself? Listen to what you're saying.
They're the same questions, the same thoughts you have had. Who are these Jedi who survived the Jedi Civil War?
They are not the Jedi I know, the ones I worshipped.
And doubters and afraid.
Right. They're not what I thought they were.
From a threat, who turn on their own and imprison them on dead worlds.
Oh, no, now you're talking about yourself. Did she get all those Sith holocrons? Around. Jedi Temple on Coruscant, Ossus. Well, no, not Ossus, but the Dantooine. Jedi tend to keep Sith holocrons locked away. Deep into the temples. And only certain Jedi Masters are allowed access to them. The ones that they could quote unquote trust to not be sullied.
They hope to gather, to use their combined knowledge of the Force to see, to listen to the currents of the
HG
galaxy.
said that maybe
They want
Revan
to
wanted to
find
corrupt the
out
Jedi to his
the
side
Jedi, why they were dying,
or kill them.
and they discovered it.
You made a video
All
long
around
ago.
you, as it always has. It is you who have tried to end us.
Wait, did I? HK said that? That was Atten who said that. But HK said that Revan killed the ones that would oppose him and not join him. Yeah, you know, with the mass shadow generator, where I was asking, you know, was it like a two birds from one
Yes.
stone type of
From the
situation?
destruction of KOTOR, a vision emerged. It is the last act the Jedi were able to perform before the planet was destroyed. So that is why I
Although
wish for you to
this is
perform.
something that HK47 was
So shall I draw the Sith out and
like, not assuming. What's the word? Really an educated guess either. It's just something that like he calculated based on what Revan did. That like perhaps yes, the mass shadow generator was like a two birds with one stone. It was the stone to, you know, strike down two birds at once.
Is it not obvious? You are one of the Sith, fallen at Revan's side.
Darth
Path to
Sidious.
them lies through you.
So probably not the most trustworthy source. Darth Sidious? No, not quite. The Sith and Jedi are the same in almost every way. That was Sidious saying that? Yeah, no. Not exactly Sidious. Was he saying that to like Anakin? Because I don't remember. Sounds like something you would say to Anakin.
The pronouncement on KOTOR was clear, and you are the key.
Really?
You have come to battle me, Sith versus Jedi, as was intended.
Sith versus Jedi. Oh, right, okay. And Atris is saying that she's the Jedi and I'm the Sith in this situation. When, if anything, it's reversed. But in reality, it's a Sith versus a Force user, unaffiliated with any religion.
It was a vision.
But you know how she
Showed
thinks.
you, standing upon the many battlegrounds of the Mandalorian Wars, the ducks and
Galaxy
jungles, the
would
destroyed cities of Ondar.
Maybe the galaxy would be better
Whatever
off without Force users.
It was from something you had done. And
That's
all
Krea's
echoes
argument.
to you. All echoes do.
Exactly, yeah, I'm a copyright going, so the Krea wanted, yeah. That was, I mean, not, I mean, no. Actually, no. Krea wasn't saying the galaxy were better off without Force users. She was saying the galaxy were better off without the Force. Like, completely, without flowing through anybody, in any amount, any capacity. Just end it.
Yes, it was one such possibility. The others were only darkness.
The mass shadow generator, and now I think Atris sounds like Revan when she said that she will bring a new generation. Sidious versus Kreia, who wins? I mean, what's the context? Are they in like a head-to-head fight?
Of course, you still do not know. The Jedi Council was not sure you would believe them if they told you. And I'm not sure they fully believed it themselves. It is why they wanted to exile you.
Really?
So there, beyond the outer rim,
Episode 3, you said it to Anakin during the opera scene.
Understand?
Oh.
It was why you deserved death, and why I wish.
Sometimes I wonder who would be if the Force was taken away from us. Who we would be if the Force was taken away from us. If we were Jedi or Sith or simply human. I mean, technically you can't be Jedi without the Force. Technically you can. It's just their tenet of, you know, following the Force's will falls apart. But they have other things that they believe in, like Stoicism, for example.
It is the sound of life in agony. It is a wound in the Force that has yet to close. War, destruction.
Maybe arguments or quotes, who would win?
In all life.
I don't think Kreia would be very... I mean, the Kreia Sidious wouldn't come off as being someone who's particularly impressive.
Something that you had done in the past has caused this new threat. This death of all Jedi. And you were responsible for it. It was only proper that you be brought back to face your crime. You had killed countless Jedi once.
I still think the galaxy would be forever in conflict. Maybe crime syndicates would start to take over in the galaxy. No Sith, no Jedi. I mean, there would still be lightsabers in a way, I guess. I mean, yeah, no, like, you can't blame all of the wars on the Force, all of the conflict. Conflict will always happen. There'll always be more threats eventually, more wars. But at least then, it isn't a war that is just, you know, basically army men, where it's just some kid playing, you know, moving pieces on a desk, trying to get people killed for some reason we can't even understand. You know, there's at least an opportunity for you to learn now from these conflicts to try and avoid them. Or, I mean, you can't avoid all of them, but you can avoid some of them if you really put your mind to it. But not if there's something deliberately trying to get people into a war. Wars, plural.
If you were responsible for the threat, then you would answer for it. If not, then you would draw the Sith.
Why KOTOR 1 and 2 have some lessons that are similar to our world? Yeah, because that's kind of the same with almost anything, you know. People's ideas kind of bleed into their work. Or some people do it on purpose.
I do not know yet, but it does not matter. They have come here to face the Republic in battle, and they will be destroyed.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the Sith are here.
Yeah, they're here.
You have brought them to this place.
I certainly have.
It has all been part of my plans for you.
Really?
And when I defeat you and the forces you have brought to Telos, I shall take the battle to the heart of the Sith and wipe them out forever.
Plans you
These
talking
Sith
about?
are cowards, striking from the shadows to kill Jedi. I needed a target to draw them out, but I could not risk my own life.
Of course
All
not.
that remained of the Jedi. So I arranged for you to return to the Republic. Leaked information.
Mandalorians would take over the galaxy without Jedi to stop them.
And they did. But you came to Telos.
Well,
against my predictions.
not anymore.
Now they are here.
But perhaps,
this enemy and
if, you know, if the Republic can't stop them. Which was a lesson, you know, that the Republic... Peace is a worthy goal, but that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a goal, something to strive for, but I don't think it's ever gonna be a complete reality. And we also have to be honest that in peace, people do become, for less of a better term, soft. You know? So they weren't like the Mandalorians, who were getting into fight after fight, improving their combat skills. I
fear nothing, least of all you.
Really?
Let us end this.
Yeah, let's take care of this. There we go.
Kill me. End this.
Sure thing. Wait a minute, can I? Sith.
You will not kill me. This knowledge of the Sith, it is my attempt. I sought to preserve the knowledge of one.
And then yeah, you got everything from.
Where she walks, it. You always knew what the that. Yes, she. I do. If you're, but she is willing to sacrifice it.
Graveyard world.
She seeks the
Death of the
there are places
Force.
in the galaxy dead and what? You're important, but I do not. She is willing to. And what will you do with me now? Abandon me here on this dead world, or end my life as I wish to end yours?
I shall leave you here to these holocrons. They are Sith, and they do not abide failure. Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and take you out now.
You have done well.
Hmm.
All is as I have foreseen. There must always be a Darth Treya, and if it will not be her, then I must assume that role, and as always bring about the betrayal of the Jedi and the Sith.
What are you saying?
Save your questions. I am not here, not in the flesh, not in your mind. These holocrons hold much of the Sith,
and they hold many of my teachings
from long
ago. Much of my
but
teachings
you have
from
much
long ago.
yet to learn. And great tests await you. The death of the past, the
Death of this
Sith
false
was
Jedi.
only part of it. One of the Sith Lords has come to Telos. You know why he has come here, and if he is not stopped here now, then he shall lay waste to this planet. You must confront him. He is part of the past,
and like this false Jedi, must be laid to rest.
Only then shall you be ready for your
Final test. If not,
then
you shall die.
Indeed. Did you think I failed to recognize such? Save your threats for someone not willing to die. You know where the final test lies. It is not here, not in the battle that will wage across the surface and skies of this dead planet. And know that if you do not come to me, if you run from this, then I shall sacrifice myself and end both our lives through the bond we share. You know where you must travel, and there I shall be waiting for you.
Did you know that there is a mod where Atreus will face Nylos with the exile of his house in Mandalore? Yeah, I think I saw videos of that on YouTube once. There he goes. The reason we went and played, replayed the last section of Nar Shaddaa and wait, no, that's not it. What the hell? That was supposed to play before. It's actually, no, it's the one that comes up after this actually. HA-47's mission. It seems that the Force is what keeps the balance in the galaxy. Without it, I'd imagine that either all life would eventually die through conflict, or a lack of conflict would lead to stagnation. How'd you figure that? We don't have the Force in real life and still, all that still goes on. The Force doesn't seem to be integral to life in any way. Right then. Time to go ahead and pump you up. Ugh, damn it. Sure, why the hell not? So. That's weird. Huh. Oh, there you go. Armando! How's it going, man? Didn't see you there. How's it going with you? always wanted to ask you, how do you hide the dialogue choices in your videos? Oh, I don't hide them at all. I just edit them out. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was trying to figure out a way to hide, the elements here. But I can only hide the minimap and the quick menu over here. But I wanted to hide everything, even in the middle of a fight. But best you can do is this. Oh wow. This is how HK-47 sees the world, through like a red tint. Never noticed that before. But yeah. But no one's ever made a mod to remove the heads-up display, completely. Yeah. So what else we got? Security, entry. So doesn't really need to treat injury, but fuck it. We're here anyway. Okay, now he needs his gun. Shit. Forgot all about the gun. Fuck the gun. Kill blaster it is. Speed this bitch up anyway. There we go. Read the chat here. I don't think peace makes people weak. I mean, look at rabbits. They're always hunted and prey, but they're still weak. Yeah, but they're rabbits. They don't exactly adapt the same way and as effectively as humans seem to. I mean, think about it. It's the same as let's say you got really good at a video game, but then you stop playing it for a year. You're not gonna be as good as you were. Pretty much the same principle though. Well, what would they be if they were never hunted? Would they evolve in the same way their lives were never threatened? I mean, it's like cows, I guess. The whole reason cows have 4 stomachs is because they were being hunted. So they evolved to have 4 stomachs, where they just eat real quick, run away, and then regurgitate, and so they can chew it some more, and then send it off to the main stomach. People in Star Wars that can't use the Force have almost no idea it exists because they never felt or used it. But it's there. It's there for even them. Do you remember all the cheat codes, or do you have them written down somewhere? I don't remember all of them, but I remember the basics. Like, I couldn't remember the code to get his proprietary rifle.
Has been accessed, but no organics or hostiles have been detected entering the complex.
Oh no.
Query, is there a sensor malfunction?
I could be wrong, but I believe it's implied in KOTOR 2 and in other stories that in the Star Wars galaxy, the Force is what determines the destiny of all living beings, and that the Force's will is to maintain balance. So I just figured without the Force, the galaxy would fall into chaos. Chaos. Yeah, the Jedi would say that if the galaxy isn't going the way the Force wants it to, then to them that would be chaos. And yeah, the Force is basically determining the lives, the destinies of everybody. And I mean, Creo argues that, you know, that's not freedom. I was thinking about this today, really, that like that's what the Sith wanted, freedom, but they just they weren't going about it the right way. The Force's will, and I mean also in that case, like in that sense, balance becomes like a subjective term, where it's like how is this constant, like, well, just like meaningless state of war, like how is this balance? You know, I don't know, the Force has its idea of what balance is, and it seems to be detrimental to society. Nice touch. Cool, man. What are we talking about? We're being influenced and guided by unseen forces without even knowing it. I believe that's a real thing. What are you getting at?
Unnecessary statement. That is unit.
This makes you want to jump back into KOTOR 2? Outlaw Thorn SM. How's it going, man? Haven't seen you around here before. Welcome. I mean, hey, man, sure. Why not? Jump in. I haven't done it because I'd have to reinstall all the mods. How many mods are you using? Or did you use? I'm only using 2. I think I'm reinstalling all the mods. I think more like Skyrim or something. Jaden Hubbard. How's it going, man? I haven't seen you around here before either. I'm surprised people play this game still, and I'm happy about it. What was that quote again? Something about a surprise, to be sure, but not an unwelcome one. But I mean, there's probably people out there who are like, who would find me playing this game and would be like, "Why aren't you playing KOTOR 1?" I'm like, hey, man. I'm so glad I found this group of crazies. Yeah, we're glad I'm glad you found us too, man. Completely out of our minds over here. Playing it. Where am I? Oh, this is the... Huh. No. Here yet. The Force is Thanos confirmed. Also erase 50% of the galaxy. Raw meat bags. Technically, yes. I mean, unless you're evolved from like some sort of like insect. Like in, what was that? Men in Black. Yeah. Someone SW, how's it going, man? Nice to see you here again. Yeah, you're kind of late, but I'm still gonna keep going for a while. Even though I am feeling kind of low energy today, I don't know what happened. But, yeah, no. Oh, hold on. Ah, there we go. There we go. Let's try to relax over here. Yes. I can actually buy that theory if Disney was crazy enough to do a crossover of the MCU. Nah, not that crazy. The Force is Vrook. Wait a minute, this is... Okay, this is the... Right.
We have insulated this compound against an attack by a Jedi.
Right.
Tactical assessment. We were not anticipating defending it against a droid with our schematics,
Right.
no matter how obsolete. Tactical assessment. This will render many of our defenses useless.
Hey, Farrell, you're back. How's it going, man?
All of you,
Let's
switch
see
on
here
your
again.
vocabulators. I'm trying to observe
Balance
the
all they
obsolete
should be.
unit.
Did you know that there is an interesting dialogue line where Hanhai says, "For your mate, you must..." Weren't we talking about that the other day? Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, just not on stream. There we go. Even mutative evolution suggests that we as living beings are expendable to the universe or whatever cosmic forces are at work. Cosmic force, I mean, a planet or a sun forms, dies, creates a supernova, starts a black hole. These things from our perspective, we apply things like this is a good thing or this is a bad thing to them, but throughout the universe, things just happen. If we weren't there, there wouldn't be anyone to assign these good or evil, good or bad things. These are detrimental, these are positive, these are negatives. All that wouldn't exist without the human mind, or a mind sufficient enough with the capability of doing it. But I mean, the elements would still exist. Like carbon would still exist. Whether we examine it, experiment with it or not, it's gonna be there. But the idea that something is good or something is bad, without us, nothing.
Unnecessary statement.
Things just happen.
Obtain the access to the munitions area.
I'm so happy to see people still appreciate the artwork that is KOTOR. Indeed, someone. Indeed.
Mocking statement. Fully
Armed? One can never be armed enough.
Even the HK-47 unit is not so obsolete as to fail to recognize that.
Is this planet with the HK-50s that got removed? I've never seen this before. Nah, it's Telos. It's on Telos, but yeah, it is the HK factory. There we go. Pull the chain. We'll come back to that. I still have to figure out what I haven't done yet on this run. Right. What's in here? And knowing that when she dies for you, that's just like, oh no. Yeah, we were talking about that. The collective traits we have gathered, insects, hive minds, mentality, and territorial mating instincts of rodents, etc., all derived from the most ancient living beings on the planet, single-celled organisms. So in a way, as Ghost in the Shell suggests, DNA is a programming. I mean, another thing that Ghost in the Shell suggests is that a soul is also a human construct. It doesn't exist. That the idea of a soul without human beings, again, it wouldn't be there. But, you know, Ghost in the Shell. Everyone has their beliefs. And I mean, in some ways, people do end up I will say that people do end up using the soul as a way to, like, almost as an arrogance to it. They're like, I'm a human being, so, you know, I have a soul. I'm special. You're not. I'm not. You can be special to another person. That you can be. But, yeah. Obi-Wan Baloney over on Twitch. How's it going, man? Nice to see you here again. Twitch has been pretty quiet today for some reason. Might have to do it my low energy. I don't know what's going on, I think. Maybe it's because I'm eating less, I don't know. Are you okay with your fans calling you Papi? Well, it is kind of weird, but I mean, if you want to call me that, sure, go ahead. I prefer Quinn, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Programming that's just been refined over millennia. Imagine if you could hear every person's thoughts that are actually alive on Earth. That your head would explode. Imagine billions of voices, all their demons and opinions and dreams. Yeah, no thanks. Morality is a sentient creation. A rabbit doesn't care about eating and giving pain to the plant. I mean, I thought you were gonna go a different direction with that analogy. Survival is its primal form. I suppose a localized hive mind with the ability to shut it off and on and off, would be good for military purposes. Oof. Yes, Farrell came back. Le Goblin! How's it going, man? Nice to see you here again. Still have issues trying to pronounce your name, though. But that's okay. Does this unit have a soul? Yes. Shit. Where was that again? Right. Mass Effect 3. Yes. When you're in the mainframe. Yeah. And there you go, man. It's like, yeah, sure. If you encounter another, like, an alien race with, you know, that same level of like sentience and abstract thought, then yeah, they'll probably most likely have their own idea of a soul. Because in a way of like saying we're special. And they probably had a time in their lives or in their history where they also believed that they were the center of the universe. They were the center of whatever. Everything revolved around them, you know, the sun and all the other planets revolved around us because arrogance. Just plain simple human arrogance. So I got a question, Obi-Wan Baloney says, over on Twitch. I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. I would appreciate a follow over on Twitch. Thanks very much. In the cinematic, it looks like Captain Reckon is a companion. Was it cut? Or what's the deal? Captain Riken. Name sounds vaguely familiar, but I mean, I imagine a lot of things got cut on both KOTOR 2 and KOTOR 1, so I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, it was cut. Or something that, like, you know, it was there in the beginning, but then eventually maybe later in the development, probably very late, it was cut. Kind of like something else was supposed to be done with H's. Something more, but that had to be cut. That's essentially what the Exile did during the Mandalorian Wars and these Dark Wars. What are you talking about? Papi, get used to being daddy for your fans. Oh, Christ. I have to regret the name now. I think it's both Mass Effect 2 and 3. Are you sure? I think I only heard it in Mass Effect 3 when you're going through that mainframe. Well, some droids feel fear of their own death, even though technically they were never alive. But yeah, they are fully self-aware, even empathetic to the emotion. Oh god, what in the crap is going on? I think maybe I should turn this flux off. But I want to be able to fall asleep at night. I consider that to be a person because they feel fear and they want to live. I'm planning on writing a story that involves a hive mind that operates as an expanding empire. Entire families of one being control them all and connected to their progenitor. Do it, man. Do it. Write it. Legion, heartbreaking. I mean, yeah, I figured it out, you know. I figured out to keep Talia from killing herself and keeping Legion from doing the same. Yeah, you can do it. It can happen. They are the military to another species in a symbiotic deal.
I refuse to beg for mercy.
Oh, here we go.
It is against my programming to beg to such monsters as you. Sarcastic statement.
Such resolve. Indeed. And it's like, why did you shoot those droids? You know the reason. Sometimes after she cut herself off from the Force, went into a formal exile and journeyed the galaxy, she didn't form connections again until Peragus when she heard the Force again. Because of, yeah. Kreia.
HK-50 statement. So you have finally arrived. There was a high probability that you would find this place.
Legion, Garrus, and Tali were my favorite.
Statement. Your arrival means nothing.
Hive mind mentality. Spend the foundation for culture. Culture. The notion of collective. It's why insects and single-celled organisms have been sustained. I think the mistake is thinking that consciousness is a singular force, independent of physical reality. It's more likely that it's an emergent property of a complex mind. Right, the question like being like, I don't remember who it was, but like it was the idea that consciousness is a series of chemical reactions in the brain. Now, someone disagreed with that and said, no, it's not just that, it's more. But then by making that statement, then the question arises of, well, then what is it then? If it's not a series of chemical reactions in the brain, then how does it exist? You're going to have to go and find that out. What is consciousness then? I don't know. If we take, the contrary position, then yeah, then shit. Who knows?
Patronizing statement. List your queries, obsolete one. We will humor you for now.
Massive population. How else do you think our current world population is now at 7.5 billion? 7.5 billion. Man. Does flux actually help you with the sleep, or is it a placebo effect? I mean, if it is a placebo effect, then it's a damn good one. Because all these times where like, yeah, for the longest time I would just be in bed rolling around trying to be like, oh, please just fall asleep already, for God's sake. But now I did notice that I am falling asleep a lot easier now. So, and I don't know if maybe it's because I'm waking up earlier, or it's because of flux, or a combination of the two. Maybe the whole reason I was able to I was able to fix my sleeping schedule and wake up earlier is due to flux allowing me to fall asleep, or I don't know. But all I know is I'm using flux and I am able to fall asleep easier now. So why did you execute those droids in the lab?
Condescending answer. You know
Condescension,
the answer. We executed those droids because they were obsolete.
Right.
Practical statement. Weapons testing is necessary for all of our munitions. Droids are sufficient for testing durasteel piercing weaponry. Superior statement.
Superior statement.
All droid exists to serve us. We are the pinnacle of droid schematics.
Right.
Cruel statement.
Cruel statement.
And we do so enjoy hearing their electronic screams as they are destroyed.
Obi-Wan Baloney over on Twitch says the TSL trailer 1, 38 seconds in, shows Captain Riken, main character, then a Sith character, and a Mandalorian behind them. I don't know. Hopefully one day we can get in touch with some of the developers. Ask them. According to this counter, I have 3 people watching on Twitch and 14 people watching on YouTube, and I can't help but think of pie. Not the pastry, but the mathematical pie. Was it pi? Pi is 3.14 blah 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 blah, right? Pretty sure. You know what? I don't know. I haven't done math in so long. Did you know that if you take Fizaz on Onderon first time, she has something to say about the political choices? The 2 guys that aren't sure. Does she? I gotta look into that. I have a save file close to that, so I can check it. I'll look into that, man. Thanks for that, because now I'll be sure to check in with every character. Let's see what they have to say. I make the analogy of the exile's connection to the Force as a hive mind mentally because of her innate ability to form bonds and how they are compelled to follow her and act on her behalf.
Statement. Our self-preservation software would not permit such an action. We cannot harm ourselves.
Honestly, falling asleep isn't the biggest issue for me. It's sleeping well. I mean, yeah, a couple of days ago I did sleep not that great, pretty awkwardly. I woke up with a bad back. But it fixed. I got through it though, thankfully. But I mean, I got pillows and shit, and I mean, I hope I don't end up with like buying one of those like waifu pillows, I think they call them. Even if I do buy a waifu pillow, which character would I want on it? I have a pretty good idea, but I'm not gonna tell you guys.
Humoring answer. These units were also curious about our origins.
The hive mind I'm designing for my story is working as the military in a deal to protect each other from the invaders, since the other species is psychic and attracts eldritch abomination. I mean, it sounded more and more interesting, man, the more you tell it. You really should write this stuff. But anyway, man. So in a way, much like actual animals out in the wild that coexist with one another to preserve the continuity. Yeah, it's a symbiotic species. Here. Diagnostic silence. Dismissive answer. Yeah. Right. It's not important, even though you really have to think about that one.
Like being underground. They are strange that way. It is merely a theory. Irritated statement.
Ugh.
That is the least probable theory in the galaxy.
See?
Perhaps it is time you received a memory wipe. Defensive statement. That theory is no less valid than your theories. In the lack of evidence, I defend my position.
Right.
Theory. It is more likely that the people of Telos did not want such a factory known.
Right.
It would have made them a target by the Sith or the Republic. Theory. Perhaps the Republic thought that by hiding such munitions factories beneath the surface of peaceful planets,
So Hayden Christensen has been showing up at lots of conventions lately?
They were, of course.
Really? This is basically you think they're gonna try and you're saying they're gonna try and slip him into the new movie? That's like a spoiler. Obi-Wan Bologna over on Twitch says, how do you train Beyadur if you're playing a dark side character? What do you mean? You can't train him if you're playing dark side? He still levels up. You can still do it. And I mean, I think, oh, you mean to use the Force? I think you still can, but I haven't tried it yet. I still have to do my dark side playthrough, which I might do after this one, but I might also just do my male radical centrist run with female dark side Revan. I'm a night owl, not like Watchmen. So during the day, the sun total of stimuli can be overwhelming, but at night I can center myself. I mean, yeah, I mean, I used to be like, I would just, stay up real late, but I figured, especially living around here, it's more beneficial for me to be able to wake up earlier.
Statement. There is some evidence that there are other such droid manufacturing plants such as these in the galaxy. One was
yeah, thanks, Blue. Blue Not Me, yeah. Thanks for that, man.
Theory. Or perhaps it was because of the remote.
If Hayden shows up, I'm gonna be content with the sequel movie's end. Well, the movie is gonna be 2 hours and 15 minutes. Really?
As we have said, it is not important. We are here, we exist, and our numbers grow.
Don't do it. That is the path of the true dark side. What are we talking about again? Oh, the methods, right. Yeah. Vrook? Vrook. Vrook. Ugh. Oh, you mean, we're talking about the pillow. Right. No. Not Vrook. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a punching bag with Vrook face on it. Nah. I'm just kidding. But yeah. Obi-Wan Baloney says, as a Jedi, as a dark side Jedi, you can still do that, right? I'd imagine you can. I imagine you can still train them in the Force if you want to. One, you get a waifu pillow. That's the click and the lock of no more women. Yeah, I guess so, because even if you do end up with someone, they're gonna find it and be like, "What's this?" And now you're gonna have to explain that. Christ. How are you gonna explain that? How do you explain that pillow away? And then she might shine like a UV light over it and find, it's like there's semen all over it. Now what?
You do not even have the capability of maintaining yourself. You are obsolete and you should be dismantled.
You do not even have the capability of maintaining yourself. Speaking of semen. No. I have my own secret best waifu.
Irritated command. Very well, proceed.
They're definitely going to bring Anakin back. They're bringing Anakin back like they're bringing Sexy back.
Mocking query. Are you sure? Listing our superior capabilities will only serve to highlight your inadequacies.
Right.
Smug statement. Very well. Aside from our point of impact shields and our self-repairing servo systems, our blaster accuracy ratio is 10 times the magnitude of your archaic combat.
Oh Christ, do you guys hear that? I saw the light from the lightning and now I'm hearing the thunder.
Each of us becomes equipped with a proton core that is detonated.
Arrow to the knee? Oh no.
Tactical statement. This core can
That's
also be detonated.
Did HK face his own fear? He couldn't attack his clones in this place? Yes, he has that surgically removed.
Irritated statement. I do not understand why you felt the need to mention that. Defensive statement. We are all HK units. There is no danger.
Right. So your walking bombs are seated all over the Republic fleet, they're saying?
Yes, as necessary. We believe our master wished to use
Master.
multiple fleets during large engagements. Many of us are there still.
Right. Who is this master?
Irritated command.
What is your purpose?
Statement. We were built to capture Jedi,
Right.
as we always have. If they cannot be
Captured?
then they are to be killed.
Right.
Our master's orders on this were clear.
Master, I
Secondary
think it's
recitation. Our secondary directive
KOTOR.
is the destabilization of the government body designated as the Republic.
Right.
You are
The government body designated as the Republic.
You are obsolete.
Palpatine comes back and tries to possess Kylo's body, then Anakin comes back as a Force ghost to fight Palpatine and permanently destroys his soul. Huh. Maybe. I don't know. You got lonely. What, you mean you have a waifu pillow? Yes, unlimited power is my best waifu. Yeah, no, not my best waifu. The best waifu. Absolute. Who built you?
Answer. The first of our creators did not build us from scratch, obsolete one.
Can you send it to me? I desperately need the rain. Rain? It's not even raining. It's just thunder and lightning. Lightning and thunder. I don't see any rain. Maybe it's raining far away, but not around here. Emperor Palpatine over on Twitch.
The battle had passed us spy. Yet there was another who came before us.
There it is. What on there? Yes. Emperor Palpatine says that Obi-Wan Bologna is no match for him.
And bring them to our new master. And for that, our numbers were intended to be increased.
Right. But you only recently became activated.
Musing statement. That is unknown to us.
Right.
For some reason, we only recently began to be manufactured. Conclusion. But when we became active, our primary directive was clear. Statement. Seek out the Jedi. Capture them.
Right.
Conclusion. And if they cannot be captured, then destroy them.
Nah, those Arrows of the Knee memes didn't die in 2011. Skyrim only came out at November 11th of 2011, so they must have died some point at like mid 2012, I'm gonna say. But 2011 is just too early. Though that meme kept going on for quite a while. Oh, I'm dodging the question, all right. Absolutely, no. Because this is gonna devolve into people going on about your waifu is shit. That's my best waifu is superior. Blah. It's gonna turn the whole thing.
System in the Tapani sector. Smug statement. Torja was especially difficult. They were so close to coming to an agreement before we were able to mistranslate the terms of the treaty and drive them into
all-out war. Right. You see what I mean? The HK-50 units are basically like... They're like the Force almost, now that I realize it. They're like, oh no. They're so close to avoiding war. I'm gonna have to influence this shit a little bit to make sure the war happens. And so people die. Only now does it really occur to me that in a way they're not so different. The HK-50s are effectively doing its job. Over on Twitch there seems to be a battle going on. Obi-Wan Bologna says to Emperor Palpatine, if you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Emperor Palpatine responds, I will not strike, I will smoke you. Roll you into your Jedi robes. Yes. Obi-Wan Bologna says, fried bologna is good. And Emperor Palpatine says, use your own lightsaber as a lighter. Agreed, fried bologna and ketchup. Best. I can only imagine he has a thumbs up right now. But, yeah, because, you can smoke hemp, but it doesn't make you high. Ed D. Big D. Ed Big D. How's it going, man? I haven't seen you around here before. How's it going, man? How's it swinging? What's cooking? How's tricks? Thanks for playing KOTOR 2 again. Again? What do you mean again? But alright, man, you're welcome. Thanks for the support. Thanks for hanging out here. How many people? I don't know. My name is Megalax. How's it going, man? Nice to see you again. I got some cards from a friend, and my older sister left me her cards. Yu-Gi-Oh?
Proud statement.
Magic the Gathering? Pokemon?
Across 23 planets.
Huh.
These planets were located in the Casa Prime sector, the Meridian sector, and the recently uninhabitable Torja system in the
Curiosity? Man, hey, I'm sorry, man. She's a character from a video game. Give it time, figure out your playing style and archetype, then study the meta and refine and address any weaknesses. I forget what we were talking about, man. Thank you guys for having your conversation. Maybe that's why Kreia hates droids. No. It's because it's just that these droids were programmed to do that.
Musing statement. is unknown to us.
Looks so. But watch that video, man.
Began to be manufactured. Conclusion. But when we became active,
Watch Curious Conundrums Machines.
was clear. Statement. Seek out the Jedi.
Capture them.
Conclusion.
And
if they
cannot be captured, destroy them. Right. Fine.
Proud statement. We were responsible for the termination of hostilities across 23 planets. These
HK passed one of Curious Lessons of Strength without knowing it.
the Meridian sector and the recently
Looks like all the more reason to continue the channel or have occasional breaks, if only for the purpose of teasing us with the answer to questions we'll never let go. Yeah. I make a whole Curious Conundrums where I talk about best waifus without ever revealing mine. Yeah. Just for giggles. But Obi-Wan has the high ground, so surely smoking him would make you high. Maybe, I mean, the battle is still going on. Vermillionaire joined in now on Twitch and says, is everyone Jedis? No. Emperor says, I'm Sith. Hey Poppy, my stoner self's own thoughts of making a punt username was Emperor. Give me a break. Oh, punny. Yeah. Nah, man. Hey, man. I'm not knocking you. I like the name. I like the name a lot. Emperor Palpatine. I'm still one. And Vermillionaire too says, I'm still wondering, is everybody able to wield lightsabers? Emperor Palpatine said, it's like a sword. Activated with pressure. Vermillionaire says, no way. Emperor says, Jedi can use its true power though. Able to use it to deflect bullets. Any random dude with a lightsaber can't. I guess not. Vermilion there says next time in KOTOR, can he see us? Huh? Who's he? But Obi-Wan Baloney says a lot of NPCs you can train as Jedi, but not all. Emperor Palpatine says yes. It's just this chat's a bit slow. YouTube has much more. That is the case, yes. But now apparently there's 9 people watching on Twitch. But yeah, no, I didn't, on this particular playthrough, I didn't train anyone in any way, shape, or form. To see, to see what happens. I think that's it. Okay. Security. Okay, let's at least get the part where they're trying to deactivate you, but they can't do a damn thing about it. First, I gotta.
Statement. Schematics for HK Generation 51.
51.
Accuracy ratio increased by 21%. Durasteel impact frame resistance increased. Conclusion. Halting production. Units are in standby mode pending further testing of behavior cores and assassination protocols.
Right. For some reason, the HK-50s have halted production. Yeah. For some reason. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull this lever. There's chain. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, that card game actually solidified my foundation in mathematics as a kid more than school can. Man, my nose. Yeah, I got my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I finally got my older Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards back. Parents were able to find them. Locked away somewhere. Brought them to me. But not my really, really old one, because my first... you know what? I'll be right back, man. I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. But I am gonna play this ad, though. Alright, I'm back. But oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Right, you hear this? Yeah, that's one of the tins. That's one the old tins with one of the original tins with a Kaiba on it. Let's see. I wonder if the says anything about the production year. Nah, no. Just each collectible tin includes blah blah blah. Yeah. In fact, let's open this up real quick. Yeah. Card zone. But old stuff here. What is this? We got Paladin of White Dragon, along with the White Dragon Ritual. YZ Tank Dragon, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Man-Eater Bug, Reinforcements. Marie the Fallen One. Serving Princess, Gearfree the Iron Knight, Blindly Loyal Guardian, Wall of Illusion. That was pretty annoying. Chaos Sorcerer, Witch of the Black Forest. You know, the old trick of getting a Summon Skull real quick. Yeah. Another Man-Eater Bug. Yeah, that was Blue Eyes Shine Dragon. Andro Sphinx, Stainan, the Great Sphinx. What the hell? I'm missing a Sphinx here. Oh, there we go. Sphinx Telea. Right then. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But, yeah, nobody to play with. There we go. No Yu-Gi-Oh deck was allegedly stolen and thrown away, like into the garbage, by someone. I never found out who, and I never found out why either. Maybe revenge. Maybe. Not quite sure. Anyway. Yeah, what are we talking about here? Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was in middle school, and the teacher, the director, I guess. They had a sign, an actual sign. This is how you know that this was a religious country. They had a sign in the school that said, think about that, it's really funny. They said that Yu-Gi-Oh! Both the card game and the anime promoted certain things, including violence, devil worshipping, and homosexuality. Now, we were like, what? 12, maybe like 14, and already we were confused because we watched the anime. We never remember seeing anybody. We never saw Yugi sucking off Kaiba. So yeah, I don't know where they got where they gathered that conclusion from, but they probably never seen the show or even played the game. But it's a thing. It's a thing. All lose limbs by the end of the week. Yeah. Yeah, lightsabers are tough because, they're dangerous for both people. Everyone involved. TNT. I feel back when I was a kid, I'd have kids steal my best cards every time I played them in a duel just because they got butthurt that I won. Ocean Dragon Lord. Oh man. The mention of Yu-Gi-Oh! Distracted him. Yeah, yes. Oh, let's keep going. Yeah, nothing to see here. Let's keep going. But yeah, no, technically anybody can use Core Upload Console. Oh no, damn. Technically anybody can use a lightsaber. It doesn't take the force to ignite one. Okay. Let's go this way. My mother hates anime in general, except maybe the Ghibli movies. Did she ever say why? I have one better. In my country and school, religion class is mandatory. Oh no, I had that too. And the teacher that I had back then said that Pokemon is Satanist cartoon, and if you play the main theme backwards, you would hear the devil or some devilish sounds. Yeah, backwards masking. That's the whole thing where they say that, like, if they put it in your head, like if they tell you beforehand this is what you're gonna hear, then you like subconsciously start looking for it, and that's what you end up hearing. But yeah, nah, there was that too. There was that too of Pokemon being, up from the underworld, but also mandatory religion class. I remember that. And this when I was in high school, my first high school. I was switching high schools a lot, but my first high school was a Catholic high school, and so it was mandatory. But I remember I wasn't being very nice to the teacher though. Because I was like, thank goodness this course even exists. Otherwise, you'd be out of a job. You have no other skills. I was telling. God, that was horrible.
Switching to combat mode.
This guy's just coming out of the woodwork. A Protestant preacher in India said people on the spectrum were animals and could be eaten because eating animals wasn't a sin. He was excommunicated a long time before, and he was beaten by locals. Holy shit. Anybody remember Captain Tsubasa? Oh yeah, I remember Captain Tsubasa. It's like that went like for me. It went side by side with Cardcaptor Sakura. Anybody remember Cardcaptor Sakura? Not as old, but yeah, it was a thing. Like my very first anime was what? Speed Racer. Speed Racer was my first anime. I remember back then, Japanese animators weren't too concerned about localization. So the Western, that's why they were talking so fast. The scenes were so quick, and the dialogue is also had to be presented so fast so you can keep up with the mouth movements, making it pretty funny. Also, what was it? G-Force, which in the West, it was called. There was two versions. There was G-Force and there was Battle of the Planets, but in Japan it was called Gatchaman. And the Western versions were highly sanitized. Very censored. But still, cool ass show. The voice actor for James in Pokemon said four kids was the devil. I'd buy that. That's a solid reason to not join religious organizations that Papina mentioned in one Creator's Conundrums. He saw someone ask a question. Saw someone. Everyone gangsta up the Pikachu begins consuming souls. Have you ever trashed your diagram? Not because of the question, but because the question was even asked. They're like, dare you. We also had a mandatory religion class. It was garbage. They fed us so much bullshit. I mean, I don't even remember what the hell we were taught in that. The religion class or was it theology class? I don't remember. I don't think. Dynamo Vulture over on Twitch says 4 kids is the devil. But I mean, yeah, 4 kids isn't around anymore, so hooray. Yes, yeah. Yes, the handmaiden. Oh no, Emperor Palpatine went back to YouTube. Yes. Triple Fox, how's it going, man? Nice to see you again. Have you ever seen parents, or I mean just some like an adult hit or out and out beat a child. Yeah. It's fucked up. Like, I don't know if I repressed the memory or what, but I mean I've seen hits, beatings. I'm not sure, but I mean I remember my cousin running his ass. My cousin told a story. I mean he had to run away from his dad one day. I don't remember what it was he did, but he ran. His dad jumped in the car to drive after him. Oh man. Alright.
Unnecessary statement. He is attempting to shut down the reactor.
Huh.
Scornful statement. He does not realize that by doing so, he will be harming us. His programming will...
Yeah, Triple Fox, yeah, how's it going, man? Nice to see you again. Have I said that already? People on the spectrum, next thing you know, people with ADHD will be ridiculed and beaten by locals. Arguably, people on the spectrum are in tune with their environments, but the stimuli can be too much. I mean, it just takes a difference, man. That's a good droid, yeah. It's just, you know, people are different, man. People are different. Sometimes, you know, they use that difference to, I don't know, gain importance. Right. Huh. Now we go over here. Cut communications. There we go.
Query. I do not understand what that is intended to accomplish.
I have no idea why, but the first thing that came to my mind was a commercial with a guy and his kid in the supermarket. And the kid was a brat and the guy couldn't control the kid. It was a commercial for condoms. I've seen that same commercial. I've seen that exact same commercial.
Still feels intact.
Man.
Query. Then what was the purpose? It makes no sense.
What about the droid attack on Telos? Droid attack on Telos? Now I think I have to go back over here. Try it again, but of course I need a way to erase my memory. Right. So we go back over here. Talk to this guy. Delete memory that shutting down the reactor can harm HK units. What the hell is going on?
Diagnostic. All systems are functioning. There is something I am forgetting, yet somehow that comforts me.
Okay, never mind. If someone's gonna chase you in a car, just stay on the left side of the road, the opposite direction the car is headed. That way they'll be forced to drive with the flow of traffic. I don't think there was any traffic. Where they live, you know, that especially at that time of day, I think it was nighttime, there isn't really all that much traffic. So perfect time to ask, is the HK quest the only bonus quest for is the Do you guys hear that? Is it the only bonus quest? Huh. I think so. I guess. I'm not entirely sure. Right then. Shut down the reactor.
unnecessary statement. He has control of the reactor core to the base, and he is shutting it down. Irritated statement. I do not understand why you feel it necessary to make obvious statements. Order. Contact him and remind him that he will be harming us if he does so. Warning. Communications have been blocked. Concerned statement. He has gained access to the plant.
Sonic the Hedgehog was trying to peddle condoms.
Order. Send out all HK-50 units to stop him. Now.
Yeah, good luck with that. Okay. Keep walking anyways. It's against the law to drive on the left side of the road. And at night, cops are bound to catch you given less traffic. What cops? Tell you, man. There's not much traffic of any kind going around there. The droid attack on the Wookiees. The Wookiees. Vegito 789. How's it going, man? Nice to see you here. I haven't seen you around here before, but yeah. Just call me Super Vegito. Here we go.
Smug statement. You cannot fire. Your archaic attack protocols are useless against us. Smug revelation. Your behavior core self-preservation programs prevented. To kill us would be to kill yourself. Superior statement.
Superior.
This information may be difficult for your substandard core to process.
I saw an animation someone made with the condom commercial audio playing, so it looked like Sonic was talking about condoms. Ah, I see.
So, I cannot
Not harm you.
Statement. That is correct. Conclusion. And
you cannot harm me.
Irritated statement. That is what we said, obsolete unit. There must be a delay in your processors. Statement.
Yeah,
Then
that's all I need to know. Yeah.
Confused query. Where are you going? Ineffectual command.
Stop.
Ineffectual
command.
We command you to stop. Statement. You cannot
stop me.
You cannot harm me. In order to do that, I would need to end my self-preservation programming.
Right.
Conclusion. I would need to stop being one of you. I have concluded that this is something I am willing to accept. Statement. You cannot change your own programming. Statement. But you said so yourself. You have just admitted your own weakness. Conclusion. You have just shown me your soft meat-bag-like underbellies and said, HK-47, please shoot me repeatedly there until I die. Statement. Even if you could, there is not time. Statement. We shall see.
This whole thing kind of parallels the game, right? Where it's like, I have to stop being one of you.
Are you fully operational?
I have to stop being one of you, he says. And I have to give something up. My self-preservation protocol. Like the exile giving up the Force. And she was willing to do that. So the droid world is separate. Gotta go fast. Yeah, the droid world is not part of main restored content mod. Gotta find that somewhere else. Super burrito. What would a super burrito look like? It's critical we send an attack group there immediately. Oh, have I never seen this before? You've never seen this before? It's part of the restored content mod. It's like a great DLC for the game almost. It feels like DLC, but it's free. Operate on self-preservation program.
Statement. Very well. Proceed carefully. As a meatbag would say.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh. Here it comes.
Statement. Assassination protocols activated.
Right.
Smug statement. You cannot fire. Your archaic attack protocols are useless against us. Systems failing, Master.
Ah, right. There you go.
Systems failing, Master.
Your archaic weapons cannot fire against them. There it is, the droid assassin's rifle. Here it is. But I'm not gonna use it now. What time is it? Oh, Christ. What the? No. Kill blaster, come on now. Can't go back up. Right. Might as well pilfer these now. Yeah, what would a super burrito look like? Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, yo quiero. Oh, damn. Right. Manufacturing plant. Leave that for the more. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to sleep. Kreia on the front page. Yep. Doing their thing. Battle droid death count. But they say systems failing master when they're shot or cut down. I might be able to make that in the video. Demonetized. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Either way, man, I'm playing such a low energy day for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, this will do. But yeah, hey everybody, thanks to everybody for joining in, hanging out. Even if I am kind of low energy today. But yeah, hopefully after a good night's sleep, I'll feel better tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. But hey, thanks for everybody on Twitch and YouTube both for hanging out, shoot the shit, talk about stuff. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock, Central European Standard Time. So, yeah. Until then, take care, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Because without you, I don't have a channel. So, oh, wait. Fella Changeling has one last joke. In New Vegas with the Wild Wasteland perk, the repair scale reveals that the Pip-Boy was playing a loop of Johnny Guitar non-stop. Really? Never noticed that. Anyway, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back tomorrow, like I said, same time, same places, YouTube and Twitch. So, until then, hey, peace. Right, I forgot to bring this up. I don't know if anybody's still here, but yeah. The second music choice seems to have it, with 70% of the vote. So I guess they win. Alright then. I'll use that one then. Alright, thanks for everybody who voted. I was having a really hard time deciding. Anyway, bye bye.